Hey there, thanks for joining me for the top 7 rock cuts of the week. If you like the video, please give it a like and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get into it. So this is kind of a little nugget rock here, and it's mostly a dark brown on the outside, but there's also some lighter shades of tan going on. And I kind of liked how those two colors interplayed on the outside. I wasn't sure if that pattern carried through, but it does. I think it actually looks a bit cooler on the inside than it did on the outside. There's a few fractures going on, but for the most part, pretty solid. And I really like how saturated the dark brown color is over the light brown yellow. You can take a look at the other half here. Yeah, I think this should actually polish up fairly well. Very pretty. And I don't find a lot of brown on brown rocks, so that's cool too. Okay, let's check out this one. So this one from the outside I thought looked interesting because you can see that there's a bit of banding going on, and some of it almost looks like it might be crystal. There was a little green that I could see, not here but on the top of it. And that banding is really striking on the inside. So that is really neat. There's a little bit of breccia even going on at the top there, in the bluish green, but we have some interesting layers and banding of material here, and it is just really pretty. I'm not sure exactly what I would call it, but let's take a closer look at the individual sides. There's a lot of colors going on, so there's definitely some transparent crystal towards the bottom and in some of the layers, but there's browns and reds and some blues and greens at the tops. Very, very pretty. Very cool rock. Definitely haven't seen one quite like that. Okay, let's check out this rock. So I was really excited when I found this one because it's got kind of a strong blue exterior, blue-green exterior, and it looked like it might be a high quality stone as well. So I was excited to cut it and take a look at the inside, and I was not disappointed. This is one of my favorites that I've found so far. Just a lot of variation of kind of the lighter blues and bluish green there, with some lighter color, even white in the middle, and some light breccia kind of towards, well, I guess kind of throughout the stone, but more towards the edges. But just very striking, and I really love the color gradients there between kind of the lighter blues and the darkers, and these shades of blue in particular. Okay, let's check out this one. So this is a little chunk off of a larger rock that I found, and there was some crystallization on it. There was a lot of heavy desert patina. As you can see, there was a little bit of what I thought almost looked green breaking through there. So I didn't really know what to expect on the inside, but this is pretty interesting. So we do have a little bit of very light green there with kind of the red veins running through it, but then it kind of turns into a less uniform stone and pattern, and I'm not even sure what I would call it, but it's definitely interesting. And the red veins on the light green looks nice, and some of those smaller veins throughout the rest of it are actually crystal. I'm not sure if this one will polish or not, but I'm going to give it a shot, so it'll be interesting to find out. Okay, let's check out this rock. So this one I thought was going to be pretty on the inside because the outside, it looks almost white, but it's actually a very pale pink. And you can see there's a lot of veins that are kind of running through. So I was hopeful that these patterns and features carried on the interior. And they do. This is even prettier than I thought it was going to be. So this is a very, very pale pink. I know it almost looks white, but there's a little eye there down towards the bottom of the rock, and the veins running throughout are kind of a nice chocolate brown. And you can see that the lighter material parts aren't actually just solid, they're actually banded. There's a lot of banding going on in kind of multiple directions there in the upper part of this rock, but a super unique one. I really like this one. Okay, let's check out this one. So you can see the characteristic heavy red patina, but then we have some of the nice pink and yellow Wonderstone colors kind of peeking through there. And then here on this edge, you can see some of that really nice banding. So I was hopeful it looked like that on the inside, and it does. That is so pretty. So this is kind of a classic Nevada Wonderstone coloration here with the pink and yellow and white banding. Just really lovely colors, even into the darker red and yellow towards the top there, and down into kind of a light bluish hue, really, in kind of the center. There's a nice wedge shape, kind of pizza shaped piece in the middle where the banding is running counter to the rest of the banding, and I think that looks pretty cool, and kind of in the bottom right corner as well. Okay, let's check out this one. So this also has a very heavy red desert patina on the outside of it, but you can see on this side here, there's beautiful banding going on there around a big eye, and even more on this side here. So I was also hopeful that this would look interesting on the inside, and this is even prettier than I thought that it was going to be. This is just a gorgeous one with the beautiful white center with the red speckles there, and then the pink and red and white banding, and a little bit of yellow too, but mostly the pink and white and red that are going on there. And this is just a really high quality stone too. I'd call it a porcelain quality, really beautiful. Let's take a little bit closer look at the other side as well. I just love the center of this one, as well as the rings. I know I say this sometimes, but this is definitely a new favorite for me. But thanks for checking these out. Let me know what your favorites were down in the comments, and I will see you next time.